Welcome back to the Britannia Coin Company. Yesterday we learned the sad news that Queen Elizabeth II has passed away. The thoughts of all of us at the Britannia Coin Company are with the royal family at this time. With a nation in mourning, there is a lot of misinformation about our coinage currently, so we thought we'd put this video together to try and help and clear up some of the issues. The Queen reigned for 70 years, the longest reign of any British monarch and the second longest reigning monarch in history the world over. Because the UK moved to a decimal currency system in 1971, every coin in current circulation bears one of her many portraits. What will happen to these coins then? Historically, coins are still minted with the deceased monarch on coinage for the rest of the year before changing portraits the following year. So unless the Royal Mint makes the decision to cancel or postpone planned releases for 2022, then these coins will still feature the Queen's current portrait. It is not clear, however, if any new circulating coinage will be struck at the Royal Mint until the new year. This shouldn't cause concerns of a shortage of coins though, as the Royal Mint has an extensive long store with an abundance of coins ready to be released to cash centres across the country if required. It has though been more than 7 decades since the Royal Mint has had to issue coinage for a new monarch, so what worked then may not fit today. With the death of Queen Elizabeth II, King Charles III has succeeded to the throne immediately, ending his time as the longest serving heir apparent in history. Despite being the longest heir apparent, it is said that there is no portrait ready to make his coinage, for he refused to sit for the portrait during the time of his mother's life. By the end of the year, this new portrait will be created and vetted by the government, the Royal Mint Advisory Committee and the new King himself, ready for a new monarch on the obverse of our coins for the first time in many of our lifetimes. If King Charles follows tradition, then his portrait will be facing the opposite way that the late Queen Elizabeth II's portrait currently does, so he will be facing to the left on coins. As a side note, stamps will cease production until a change to reflect that of the new monarch. On stamps, it is tradition for the monarch to face the opposite direction which they are facing on the coins. So currently the Queen faces right on our coins and left on our stamps. So we can expect that King Charles will be facing to the right on stamps and he should then be facing left on coins. So who will design the portrait though? This could be done by one of the Royal Mint's in-house designers when the King is ready to sit for his portrait, but the Royal Mint also works with a number of external designers as well. Either way, the task of creating a new portrait for coins is an incredible honour, but also a huge responsibility. It is one of the key transitional periods in a change of monarch. What about the existing coins in circulation though? A common misconception is that after the death of the Queen, all of the money with her portrait on will be withdrawn and replaced with our new King. However, before the current decimal system came to be, the circulating coinage featured a range of previous monarchs alongside the current one. As I said already, because Queen Elizabeth II has been the only monarch since Decimal Day in 1971, there are no previous monarchs for her coinage to have circulated alongside until now. Over time, of course, the coinage of the late Queen will filter out of circulation, naturally through wear and tear or loss of the coins, but don't confuse this with the way in which the old round pound was removed from circulation in 2017, when it was replaced by the current design that we now see. The new coinage of King Charles III may also see a change in the design of the definitive coinage though. Definitive coins are different from commemorative coins. Commemorative coins mark significant occasions, people or organisations, whereas the definitive is a standard design which remains the same each year and doesn't celebrate anything in particular. There is precedent that with a change of monarch, so too there is a change to this design, as it's one sign of an end of one era and a beginning of another. Now do be careful if you are still filling gaps in your collection. Following the death of the Queen, we are already seeing an increase in interest in her coinage, with an influx of people from outside of coin collecting adding to the demand of collectors and thereby impacting on the prices of many coins. If previous precedents are followed though, the new circulating coinage of King Charles III will still circulate alongside the coinage of Queen Elizabeth II. The question of what happens to multi-year collections such as the Royal Tudor Beasts or the British Monarch series is still to be seen. Whether Queen Elizabeth II's portraits will continue to be used for the continuity of these collections, or more likely they will be continued with our new King's portrait. We will find that out in 2023, because from 2023 all coins, including those that will go into circulation, will feature King Charles III's portrait. With a lifetime of milestones and achievements documented on our coins, one would assume that there will be a coin or series of coins released to commemorate a life devoted to her people and whose passing is a loss to a nation and the royal family. How quickly we will see these potential releases remains to be seen. With many plans already made prior to the death of the Queen, this might be one that has already been developed. I hope this video has helped to dispel some of the myths and unknown quantities regarding our coinage following the death of our monarch. It's a sad time for the nation and other nations of which the Queen is head of state, but also to the royal family for whom we share their grief. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for more coins from the Britannia Coin Company. If you'd like to know more, then we have put together an article on our website covering the frequently asked questions and the misinformation about the coinage following the death of Queen Elizabeth II.